What is happening, MzeroA Nation? Jason Shapper here alongside my lovely lady Magda. So excited to bring you another Principles of Mastery series. This time diving into, well, your favorite topic, which is radio communications. Speaking of radio communications, let me turn him down just a little bit.
November.
Talking about radio communications today, principles of mastery of radio communications, and I think really the best way to showcase this is, well, just the real world applicability of it.
Yes.
Beyond a written test, beyond a check ride, do you just want to tag along with Magda and I for a quick flight? We're heading down to Winter Haven to visit your buddy, world famous Jamie Beckett. And who doesn't want to hang out with world famous Jamie Beckett? So anyways, there'll be some teaching, there'll be some talking, there'll be a lot of radio communications. Let's just fly the 72 nautical miles down to Winter Haven here together.
What is aviation mastery? Mastery is a quest, not a score on a test. It's a self-perpetuating infinite game. It takes our concept of a good pilot is always learning and removes the limits you've previously self-imposed. But the choice, once again, is always yours. You can choose to stay inside your comfort zone, your defined limits, or you can push beyond to the safer, smarter pilot you're always meant to be. These are the principles of aviation mastery.
Flaps are set. I see 1-8 outside. I see 1-8 on my compass. 23, Mike Zulu, Ocala, tower, make right, close traffic, runway 18, clear for takeoff.
All right, I'm going to tune up and grab
You have
ATIS.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Ocala Airport, ATIS information, Bravo, the 1151 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility 10, sky condition is clear, below 12,000. Temperature 24, dew point 23, altimeter 3024.
3024.
Visual approaches to runway 36 in use. VFR departures, advise ground control your direction of flight. Advise on initial contact, you have Bravo.
Bravo.
Ocala Airport, ATIS information.
All right, sweetie, thank you for getting 3024 in there. You are awesome. I got ground queued up here. I'm going to get tower as my next. I got that, ATIS, that. All right, let's work on our clearance a little bit here together. We know we're going to be cleared to GIF. Don't judge my handwriting, MzeroA Nation. It's a work in progress. My route, I'm hoping as filed, but we'll see. I know my altitude is going to be climb and maintain blank. Expect blank, probably in 10 minutes after departure. I know my frequency for sure is 118.6, and your guess is as good as mine on a squawk code. I'm going to inch out so tower can see me a little bit better here and get better radio reception. Sometimes the hangars block it. We're clear and clear.
Yep.
Let's give them a quick little ring. Get that volume up from when I turned it down earlier. Anybody ever left the volume down and talked and wondered why you couldn't hear anybody? Done it. All right, let's call them here. Morning ground, Skyhawk 2-3, Mike Zulu, IFR to Winter Haven. Ready to copy.
November 23, Mike Zulu, Ocala ground. Understand you're calling for the IFR clearance?
Yeah, that is correct. 23 Mike Zulu's IFR. I got one on file down to Winter Haven.
November 23, Mike Zulu, Ocala ground. Good morning. You're cleared to Winter Haven Airport via Varsy, direct, Lakeland, direct. Maintain 2,000. Expect 5,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.6, squawk 1014.
All right, 23 Mike Zulu cleared to Winter Haven, Varsy, Lakeland, then direct 2,000, 5,000, 10 minutes after departure, 118.6, and squawking 1014. We have Bravo, North T hangars ready to taxi.
November 23 Mike Zulu, read back correct, runway 36, taxi via Alpha 3 Alpha.
Alpha 3 Alpha to 36, thanks, 23 Mike Zulu. I got Alpha 3 out here, I got Alpha. Thank you for getting my squawk code in there for me, sweetie. Awesome CRM. I will work on getting all that tuned up here in just a second. Let's focus for now on our taxi. Varsy, Lakeland, direct. Not exactly what I expected. I mean, granted, what was I really expecting? I just filed direct Winter Haven. I knew they weren't going to give me direct Winter Haven, but it's always worth a shot. You never know when Controller Bob's working, and he can work some magic for you. All right, confirm. I see Alpha 3 outside. You got it as well. Alpha 3, sign for 36 is to our left. Alpha 3, hopping on Alpha to 36. Now just a long, straight taxi on our brand new taxiways we just got. All right, we got this long taxi ahead of us. Sweetie, you're going to be mad at me for putting you on the spot here, because I know you're not always crazy about being put on the spot here.
I didn't have my coffee this morning.
Sometimes that's disappointing. For a couple that has a show called Didn't Feel Like Coffee, that's disappointing
right.
that we don't both have cups of coffee right now.
By the way, have you seen my cup for a long time?
Yes. I don't know where it went, though. Question for you, and sometimes spontaneous answers are the best, and I purposely, actually thought of this last night, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to tell her this question, because she'll think about it all night and have a very perfect rehearsed answer. I kind of just want to hear the raw, unfiltered answer.
Okay.
You and I talk so much about mastery. We pursue mastery in our businesses, mastery of our finances, mastery of our life and our health, and of course, aviation mastery, and there's so many other people in the same boats. What does mastery mean to you?
Wow. Mastery means never ending the process of learning, and there is always more. There is always something you don't know, something you can improve, something you can get better at. Things changed. So mastery to me means that I can become a master at the technology in 1994, yet in 2021, I'm no longer a master in that technology.
Wow.
That technology, I was a master. So I in the medical field, for example, you graduate with a mastery. You are a master in your field. Yet if you don't continue learning, in 10 years, I don't want to be your patient.
Wow.
And that's what mastery means to me. Always staying on top, always trying to be your best, and it's very exhausting. And
exhausting but rewarding.
Yes.
Can we say that?
Absolutely.
I'm with you on that. We've shared this with the ground school members. You wouldn't go to the like you said, you gave the medical doctor example. You wouldn't go to the medical doctor that isn't reading the latest clinical trials and medical journals. If it was your family member or yourself at stake, you wouldn't. If you had a big legal case, you wouldn't go to the lawyer who just says, I passed law school and I just stopped learning after that.
Absolutely. Or an accountant that it's not on top.
Not staying up on it because tax laws change every single year. You're spot on with that. It's very, very insightful and very, very smart. And, MZero Nation, as you're watching this, maybe you can leave an early comment. Obviously, I want to hear what you thought about the flight and some challenges you have. But I want to ask you, the MZero Nation, the same question. What does mastery mean to you? For where you're at right now in your flying? If you want to talk about life, too. I always love talking business and finances and health and everything else involved in that. But, specifically aviation, but happy to talk about all aspects of mastery. While I don't know a bunch of black belts, I guarantee there's black belts out there watching this right now. Of the few black belts that I do know, not a single one of them said, you know what, I earned my black belt, and I think I'm going to stop now.
Yep.
No, they reach the pinnacle of their career, and then they get into teaching. They get into, just continuing to perfect their craft. And you think, what else is there after that? You've got your doctorate of whatever it is, right? You reach the pinnacle, but you keep striving for more.
Yeah, I would like to add that a master to me is somebody that is humble enough to know and recognize that doesn't know everything on anything.
Humble enough to know what you don't know.
Yes.
And willing to say, you were right, I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Yes.
We use that a lot with each other.
Yeah.
In relationship mastery.
Yes. Ever evolving.
Always.
All right, Alpha 7 and Alpha to runway 36, expect at 776, morning.
All right. While we were doing a little talking, I've got, how I can see this, I got OCF, Varzi, Lakeland, GIF all tuned up. You can kind of see that there, programmed. I've also got it on the iPad here as well. Sweetie, could you mind bugging me for 2,000 feet real quick? They
and
told us
Ocala ground,
5,000 in 10 minutes,
Tango
but
Zulu. We're over here at Quest, and we need to
thank you.
taxi out for departure. We got Bravo.
All right, bring the mixture back, Rich. If you wouldn't mind, grab my checklist for me.
November
Thank you.
174 Tango Zulu, Ocala ground. Good morning, runway 36.
All right,
Taxi via
if you just want to confirm it along with me. Brakes, I'm holding them. Flight controls, right side up, left side down, left
Alpha
side up,
5,
right side down,
Alpha,
full back,
we're
full
36,
forward,
and
wag our tail
we'll
out the
be
back, life is good. Instruments all set. We're going to 2,000, we got our 3024 in there. I've got Varzi, 53 miles from me right now as my next intersection. I've got Tower next, I'm going to flip-flop to Tower now, and I'm going to go to 118.6 because that's Jack's next. All that is good. 1014 in the transponder squawk code. That all is looking fantastic. All right, fuel selector valve confirmed both. Trim set for takeoff. Mixture is already rich. Throttle's going 1700. All right, 1700. Mags check. Left side. Great drop. Back to both. 50. And up 50. Right side. Down 60. Back to both. Great. All right, carburetor heat is going to check. Engine instruments, fuel flow, oil pressure, oil temperature, all green. Fuel levels, great, no CO. Batteries charging amps and volts. Carb temp came up. Idle her with carb heat. It's nice and smooth. Idle check just for a second. Life is good. Back up. All right, all is set. All is looking good, sweetie. Let me get your door for you here. Foot all in, everything
Clear?
good? I learned that the hard way. So you like to use your foot to keep the door open. Not that I've ever smushed your foot in the
Nope.
172 door. All right, I'm going to leave my scratch pad up for just a second. If you'll just listen, Jax could give us a heading. Jax could give us another altitude. Just be ready. All right, autopilot's ready to go. Everything's good. Tower, Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu, Alpha 1336, awaiting IFR release.
3 Mike Zulu, roger, stand by, let me get a release.
Stand by, 3 Mike Zulu. Going on a 3 mile final.
November 23 Mike Zulu, Ocala top. Turn left heading 030, maintain 3000, runway 36 clear for takeoff, no delay on the runway.
030, 3000, no delay, cleared 36 for takeoff. Thank you, 23 Mike Zulu. All right, your door's good.
Good, good.
You got me up to 3000 now. Will you bug me?
And on final 901 Kilo
Hey, 030,
you number 1, runway
please.
36 clear to land.
901 Kilo
030.
clear to land, number 1,
Perfect.
runway 36.
Affirmative, and the wind is 060 at 5.
Wind 060 at 5, thank you.
Big boy behind us. Airspeed's alive. Engine gauge is confirmed. Green, green, green. 60 rotate.
November 741 Tango Zulu, frequency change approved. If you would like fly following, try Jack's approach 118.6.
We appreciate that. We just got to pick up a charger and we'll see you back in about 20 minutes.
Okay.
All's looking great. I'm going to wait just a second on my 030. Get a little higher.
November 23 Mike Zulu, contact Jacksonville departure.
Over Jax, we'll see you to the Mike Zulu. And over to 030. When I call them up, if you'll hit the ident button, please, right here.
206, Jax approach, Gainesville Center 3026.
As I
runway
call them.
11.
Morning, Jack. Skyhawk 23, Mike Zulu 030, sign 600, climbing 3000.
Calling at 66 Uniform Tango, thank you. Number 23 Mike Zulu, Jackson departure rear, contact half mile northeast of the Ocala airport. Climb and maintain 5,000, turn right direct to Varzi.
Direct Varzi up to 5,000. Thank you, 23 Mike Zulu. All right, let me get direct Varzi going again. You got me up to 5,000, sweetie. Thank you.
9674 Delta. Maintain vehicle right below 10,000.
I'm going to get us that direction, and then I will just kick on the autopilot here. Good temperature-wise, sweetie?
Perfect, thank you.
And who's calling for flight following?
This is Cessna 78604.
I'll explain, MzeroA Nation, that ident here in just a second.
Cancel approach 119.9er.
All right, let's get the autopilot on.
Radar contact 10 miles.
All right, we got it. So, MzeroA Nation, what I was sharing earlier, he's talking a lot. We'll see if we can fit in here.
Roger that. Continue inbound.
I asked Magda, as soon as I keyed the mic and I raised my spot, to hit the ident button. He didn't ask me an ident. What's the typical transaction? 23 Mike Zulu, 600 climb in 3,000, just off Ocala.
November 6700.
He said 23 Mike Zulu ident. He's going to ask me to ident anyways. He has to get positive radar identification.
Has an IFR clearance from.
So I kind of beat him to the punch. As I'm telling him that, I'm hitting ident just as a professional pilot. Just something else, always thinking ahead. They're going to ask for the ident anyways. I'm just stepping up. Now you have to make sure it's your radio time. You're not identing just in the blind. It's got to be you're making your call and you're identing simultaneously. So I asked Magda to do it because sometimes you don't have enough hands to do it all. Which is something else to ponder and think about there.
Approach November 739.
All right, direct to Varzi up to 5,000. We're climbing quite nicely here.
6700 River, contact 8 miles northwest of the Crystal River Airport, clear to Tallahassee via direct, climb maintain 8,000.
November 6700, clear Tallahassee, direct climb, passing 3.5.
Just hazy today.
23 Mike Zulu, turn left, 090 back traffic.
090 for traffic, thank you, 23 Mike Zulu. All right, 090 for traffic, you got it. Yeah, tell me twice.
000, Tallahassee.
I don't have the traffic on ADSB here or anything.
67000.
6700, thank
You
you.
didn't really say where. I don't,
2805 for 67000, thank you.
I don't see the conflict on ADSB that he's speaking of.
23 Mike Zulu, thanks for that. Turn right on course, direct to Varzi.
Right on course, direct Varzi, thanks to the Mike Zulu.
Interesting.
Okay. Maybe it was something way out in the future that we couldn't even think about.
1.2 for 2000, the runway heading off Ocala.
That's 776, Jackson departure, ident, climb maintain 10,000.
Alright, up to 1.
I got us back on GPSS mode. So what I did there is I just went autopilot back to heading mode, bugged it to 090 like you asked, clicked GPSS mode again, but by then I was already a few miles off Varzi, so he just says direct Varzi. I'm not actually on a Victor Airway, so I just put direct Varzi in again to take a more direct route to it, and that's what we did there. If he told me to resume on the route or something along those lines, I'd have to work back over to Victor 157 or whatever route he's trying to work me on. He just said direct Varzi. So I'm kind of off Victor Airways right now. Just head direct to an intersection. Close to Victor 157 though, if I had to guess. Oops, that's high.
36, 5,000 and 0.24 on a meter.
Yeah, so if you look, I mean, originally coming out of Ocala.
Dock 604. Unable to.
Varzi's not really on Victor 157, is it? It's more GPS. On the GPS routing.
Southbound vector clear traffic, 2 miles southwest of your position. Eastbound primary unknown.
Lakeland,
not sure.
Winter Haven. If I had to guess, we're probably going to get to Varzi, and then we're just going to get vectors on into Winter Haven. I'll be very surprised if we actually go to Lakeland.
2005.
That's 776, contact X Center 133.32.
3332, expect 776, okay. Coming to heading of 140.
And those clouds are going to be your afternoon thunderstorms. We're going to negotiate on the way back. They look so innocent now, but they're going to build.
To climb out and we'll ident.
So Magda also has the 4-flight, and this is not a 4-flight ad. I actually just renewed my 4-flight subscription the other day. We use the passenger app, as you'll see. It'll catch up here in just a second.
Craig, 2 Bravo Papa.
kind of show you exactly where we're at. And Norman will get you the flight info in there too. There we go.
Approach gains along 3026.
026,
Look at you, you got everything in Zulu time when we arrive. You're like an official pilot. Celsius and wow.
Finally, I can understand.
Finally, you can understand
Turn
it.
right heading 050 vector for descent, and maintain 2000.
050 down to, was it 3000?
Pretty cool, huh?
It's awesome.
Fox 7 X-ray Papa 2000.
2000 X-ray pop.
What? Let me ask you the same question. What does mastery mean to you?
Wow. We say, and I think some.
7 X-ray Papa, clear vision approach runway 36 contact.
I hope a good pilot is always learning. Hasn't just become a catchy marketing slogan we end every video with. I hope to most it is truly something to live by. There is always more to learn. There is always that new ForeFlight update. There is always that new Garmin or Avidyne update. There's always that new piece of technology. There's always that tail wheel endorsement. There's always the seaplane. There's so many things we can do to further ourselves. It is never being content with where you're at in flying. Always working to just push yourself just 1% out of your comfort zone. Now, don't mishear me. I'm not saying go exceed your personal minimums and do reckless, stupid things.
Yes.
I am learning that is durable. Difficulty produces durable learning. Let's put it that way.
Very well said, yeah.
When you ever had that flight lesson that was just so difficult and you feel like, oh, I screwed that up. Oh, that was so bad. And you come back 2 days and you fly better. Because difficulty up to a point. Now, learning can get to the point when you're on touch-and-go number 10 and you're just mentally burned out and all you're doing is burning your wallet, burning your melanin and your brain cells and everything else at that point. There's a balance between that.
344 November.
You don't build a muscle by grabbing the 5-pound weights and just doing them 10 times, right? That's not difficult. That doesn't produce a strong muscle. Learning is the exact same way. Now, if I try to grab the 65 pounds and do 100 curls, I'm going to hurt myself and not be able to work out for months. It's the exact same thing in learning. I have to exercise the right amount with the right weights, but following the right procedures too. There's things called negative transfer. Negative transfer, and I'm really getting on a tangent now, and I apologize. Negative transfer is, okay, I fly a Cessna product right now. My fuel selector valve is here. I'm so used to it. We go hop in a Piper product. I have to switch tanks. The fuel selector valve is over here. I have an engine failure. First thing I do is go fuel selector valve both. I go here. Oh no, but I'm in a Piper, so I need to go here. That's negative transfer. A skill I have that's correct in one airplane is incorrect in another airplane. Yes. The same can be with your checklist, the syntax, the order that I follow in my checklist. I have to have that proper positive transfer. That's mastery to me. Mastery is the ability to be having this conversation, but still listening for 23 Mike Zulu, not missing a radio call. Mastery in radio communications is the ability of listening to other aircraft that are ahead of me right now and saying, why did he or she just have to divert 10 degrees left for a buildup? I don't see any buildups. But clearly they had to divert for this buildup that's coming, and they're 50 miles ahead of me. Let's listen to the ASOS, AWOS, ATIS ahead of me and start learning what's happening up there. And let's get PI reps, whether they know they're PI reps or not, that they're giving them back to me. Mastery is learning from the little things. Mastery is learning from the unsaid things, the things my instructor doesn't say but does. Flight instructors, your learners are watching everything you do. Whether you're on time for a lesson, how you carry yourself, how you dress, how you compose yourself, all of those things.
Yeah, the things they don't say but you hear, right?
I think that it's just so powerful. Yeah. It's, you know, the opening slogan of this series is mastery is a quest, not a score on a test. And I'm very, very proud that our MzeroA learners, you look at the MzeroA Nation Facebook group. If you're not in the MzeroA Nation Facebook group, please go on Facebook, search MzeroA Nation and join it. You want something positive, you want light in your life, join the MzeroA Nation Facebook group. It's amazing to see the knowledge tests and the past check rides and the scores in these knowledge tests in the 90s. And
How
so
many 100s?
I've never seen so many 100% in my life, and I can't even take a small credit for it because it's these people, it's our learners, it's our members, it's our nation going above and beyond. They get it, but they also get that this is just a score and a test. I'm after the quest. I'm after this right here.
Yes.
The love of my life and I flying somewhere safely.
Yes.
That's what MzeroA is in the business
Yes,
of.
it's not the passing the ABC knowledge test, it's passing the test.
Which you will do with flying colors, mind you. And you need no other product out there, you need nothing else. You'll pass your knowledge test, you'll pass your check ride with absolute flying colors.
Yes, but once they become a kind of a member in the nation, they are into passing the test every day of the go or no go. And it's not the just the ABC I'm done.
What a profound statement. So many of us focus on an ABC multiple choice test when you really need to be focused on the yes or no multiple choice test, which is go or no go.
Yes.
I'm preparing you for that test. I'm preparing you to make the smart go and no go decision. You're going to pass your knowledge test flying colors, I promise you.
I feel like passing the knowledge test is no longer a weight on the nation.
Not even an obstacle,
they know it's a done thing. They always look at the what's next.
Yes.
How can I fly with my family, with my friends? Safety.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. I love it.
Right to 330 and joining the localizer 43.
Right 344 November, 5 miles per push 6. Maintain VFR cleared. ILS runway 36 approach Ocala Airport.
What is this TFR?
Hey, we're clear to the ILS 36 approach Ocala 44 November.
By definition, it's a...
119.25.
Why is it temporary when
there's nothing temporary about it. Look at the dates. It's 2014. It's a temporary flight restriction that's pretty darn permanent, if you ask me. It's a PFR. Permanent flight restriction, and it's still a TFR.
And it's just Disney or all the parts?
No, if you look on the sectional chart, it's very interesting that they just chose, and I don't know the science behind it, that's Disney, but then again, it doesn't include, here's Animal Kingdom.
Oh, wow.
That's just that. Here's Universal. Here's SeaWorld. Didn't make the cut. It's interesting, right?
Wow.
They'll vector you right through it if you're talking to somebody.
Mike Zulu, contact Tampa approach, 119.9er.
119.9er, we'll see you, 23 Mike Zulu. All right, 119.9er, level at 5.
Approach, Skyline 95928.
928, go ahead.
Are we clear to the Bravo 30? You want us to start to descend?
You want a Bravo clearance?
Roger, so we'll take one.
Clear to the Bravo for November 928.
Clear to the Bravo 928.
We're in Tampa, Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu, level 5,000.
Number 23 Mike Zulu, Tampa approach 5, 20 other weather at Winter Haven, plan for the visual approach.
We'll advise and plan for the visual, 23 Mike Zulu. All right, well, let's think ahead and try to do that for him here.
VFR to Zephyr Hill.
Number 9 Tango Alpha, Roger, radar service terminated. Squawk VFR for exchange approved. Have a good day.
We're just going to the main terminal here. 13367.
Tampa 6422 Julius with you, 2,500, and we have the weather report.
Number 928, maintain VFR at or below 1,600.
1,300.
VFR at or below 1,600.
Winter Haven's Gilbert Airport, Winter Haven, Florida. Estimated weather observation 1259er Zulu. Wind 100 at 08. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 27 Celsius. Dew point 23 Celsius. Altimeter 3024. Remarks. Density.
Pop outside the Bravo like the cancel service.
It's all the same. Winds 100 at 08.
Number 2 Kilo Papa, radar
We've got a runway 11.
I'm sorry?
We got a runway 11. Right by Jack Brown Seaplane Base. Where did my seaplane?
Oh, fun.
Runway 11 it is. Tampa Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu has the automated weather at Winter Haven. We'll be just doing a visual for 1-1. We'll probably cancel with you well before.
23 Mike Zulu, roger.
So what did I tell him there? I told him, hey, we're going to be going in for 1-1. I will probably cancel with him before we actually get there. Why did I give him that information?
10 degrees to the right.
That didn't sound good. You hear that alarm in the background? That didn't sound good at all for whatever was happening at Tampa Approach. I told him we'll cancel before we get there. So if I go into Winter Haven IFR, I will be the only airplane able to go. They can only have one airplane going IFR into that airport at a time. I will hog everything all to myself. There'll be no other practice approaches, nothing else will be able to get in and out of there because I'll be going in there. Realistically, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous day today. There's no reason to utilize such a thing. When we get about 15 miles out, I'd imagine I'll probably cancel and just make a nice VFR approach on in and enter into the traffic pattern for 1-1, which will be set up maybe around the field, overfly the field. We'll see how we approach it and what traffic's doing at Winter Haven at the time. I don't think we're going to stay. Let's see frequency-wise what it says. It shows, so I'm thinking ahead here, Tampa approach on 12065. Thinking ahead, I'm going to see if that's it. It's been a long time since I've been to Winter Haven, so I will see if that's the approach coming out of there. I'll have that next. And then their CTAF is 123.05, so again, always thinking ahead of the airplane. We still have a long way to go.
With traffic impact.
We're catching quite a bit of wind here. I'm showing about 30 knot kind of wind from a 110, so about 24 knot crosswind, what it equates to. I still show us about 43 minutes till we even get there, so we got a little bit of flying to do here. But on a positive note, I just found an IFR fix called Stinky. It is my dream. My retirement goal is to be on the IFR Fix naming committee. It's my dream. I mean, who names these, right? Lanes, Blossom, those are at least easy. There's some weird one. Giraffe? I couldn't spell giraffe if it was the normal word giraffe, let alone giraffe as a fix. R-hip? Like, if you told me direct giraffe, I don't know if that's how I would try to spell it. Anybody else? Can we start a comment thread? Can we all leave some comments of weird IFR fixes you've come across here? Some of these make sense. Presk, that might be how I'd spell Presk. And I've been to Presk before, so I know that. But there's just some, like this. Yojix.
Wow.
Tuppy. Jorks. Jumba. There's just some weird IFR. It is my dream. If you are on the IFR Fix naming committee, the next time there is an election to that board, I would like to throw my hat in the ring, please. I will send over my IFR Fix resume. Got to make a resume first. I haven't had a resume in 14 years, maybe more. But yeah, that's a Weezer. That's a good one.
I wonder what's the reasoning behind.
I think they just throw letters together. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. But there's some Miller. That is not how I'd spell Miller.
No.
And then imagine. Okay, so imagine this now. Someone like yourself coming from Magda's from Mallorca. I know everyone likes to guess in the comments. Where is she from? The number one guess is Poland, and I still don't know why. Everyone guesses Poland.
Why?
She's from Mallorca, which is in the Balearic Sea. That was my pronunciation.
Mediterranean
The Mediterranean Sea, yeah.
Balearic Islands.
Balearic Islands, Mediterranean Sea.
Very well said.
Thank you. I do what I can with my geography, right? It's like Italy, Corsica, you know, and then Mallorca, Ibiza.
Very good.
I'm getting there, right? But came to America not speaking a lick of English. Now imagine learning to fly. For many, and MzeroA has a huge international following.
Yes.
For so many where English is not their primary language, and they're learning to fly while learning English simultaneously. And aviation English is like its own world. Who in the comments can relate to that? I'm a native English speaker, and aviation English was hard for me. It's its own world. Now imagine all these weird fixes. Miller? Like, that's going to throw off your English learning game right there. When you go, YR, huh? Epcot, well, that's at least easy.
Yeah.
Right? but yeah, this I can see this throwing off. Again, I can't wait to read your. Oh, can I show you a favorite one? Hold on. Over here by Cross City.
4,000 with the flash, Sam 840.
They don't have the.
So for all these international students, what really helps me is to listen to ATC.
Oh yeah.
And just get familiar with the, at your own airport, get familiar with the names, with the...
Get the local fixes out of the way. Like, look what we're doing right now, just going over stuff. Here's my favorite, Heaven. Again, not how I would spell it, but I always think it's funny when you hear on the radios, proceed direct Heaven.
Yeah.
It always sounds funny. Yeah, what Magda's saying is, okay, I fly in this area. I'm going to study all the fixes, like Fatty, good one. And then don't stop there. Also go in and look at the approach plates as well, because there's fixes on the approach plates. There's Phoebus that doesn't make it on the low and route chart, but Phoebus is a final approach fix for some of our approaches and for 3.6 at Ocala. So getting used to that, getting used to those spellings, that's something you could do to better yourself as well.
Absolutely.
Because radio communications are hard enough as it is. The name of the game is always staying ahead of the airplane, which look what we did. We tried to figure out what our next frequency is. If not, we know what our CTAF is going to be. We're staying ahead of the airplane. We're able to have a conversation, but still queuing into to our tail number if need be. We're always staying ahead of the airplane. Staying ahead. I could fall behind this very airplane if they said proceed direct giraffe, and I'm going to go giraffe. G-R, or that could be a J too, the way they spell IFR fixes, right? And now I'm looking up how to spell giraffe. And I'm asking ATC to spell giraffe for me. And they're frustrated with me because I don't know how to spell giraffe. And as dumb as all this sounds, and now I'm seconds behind the airplane.
So what do I do in the case that I don't know how to spell the...
You ask. One of the best things you can do...
I can find it.
One of the best things you can do is make sure scratch pad is down here, have scratch pad ready, and ask for the phonetic spelling of giraffe.
Juliet, we're looking at the traffic.
Golf, India. And just,
Juliet, radar service.
Ooh, 23 Juliet. You hear that? The mind hears 2, 3. It gets excited.
Yeah.
22 Juliet, thanks for the help today. Good day.
Can I add to our story here? Here we are talking about IFR fixes that are hard to spell. What just happened reminded me of something. Where you and I are spoiled. We spend a lot of time in 2-3 Mike Zulu. But what happens when you and I go fly a different airplane? And we hear 2-3, and we go, oh, that's not us.
Yep.
I'm in 245 Tango Alpha today. Yes. I'm in 3093. I'm in a different airplane today.
Yeah.
And who again, back me up in the comments. Well, this comment thread's going to be a big, long conversation. I have a funny feeling. I read everyone, Mag reads everyone, the team reads everyone as well. Who knows what I mean when I say a tail number messes up your radio communications game? It could be 2-4 Mike Zulu, and it will mess up your radio communications game if you're used to 2-3 Mike Zulu.
Yep.
It's that simple. I encourage people, and maybe I'm neurotic and a little bit weird, I encourage people, do your check ride in the plane you're most familiar with. 2-3 Mike Zulu. I know my tachometer is here, whereas in some planes my tachometer is down here. And it's just that little thing when you're doing slow flight and you go check your RPMs, you look there and you go, oh no, it's here. Right, that little head movement, that little tail number change.
Yes.
At least do your check ride in the plane you have your last, most recent 5, 6, 7 flights in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Little thing. And again, this isn't stuff you learn in the ACS. This isn't stuff they typically teach you. I mean, we go so crazy above and beyond our online ground school and on in-flight coffee, by the way, every Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Hope you're checking that out. Speaking of that, Magda, something else fun we need to share while we're just having a good conversation all together. While everyone is watching this, we're not in Florida. We are in Oshkosh, Wisconsin right now.
Right.
I mean, not literally right now, since we were diligent about pre-recording everything. We are in Oshkosh right now. In fact, they might be standing in our booth right now, hanging out with us. Yep. So by now, the secret is out. They know about the new apparel. In fact, if I was flexible enough, I would show you. I am rocking the MzeroA shoes right now. And just the rudder pedal action. It's just superior.
It's smooth, isn't it?
It's just smooth. It makes my landings better. It's the shoes. It's the shoes.
They are really nice.
Results not typical. Right, we got this asterisk. Results not typical. So they know about the new apparel right now. They may not know about the secret launch party just yet, though, depending on what day the team posts this. So there is a secret launch party coming up on Thursday, of which, if you're not at Oshkosh, we will do a very, very public splash about it. In fact, that date may even be chosen. Maybe check the video description now and say, hey, here's the secret live stream Jason's talking about. No confirmation. Check the description. Maybe that's out yet. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But I would argue We're probably 30 minutes into this video right now, and if someone is watching us fly IFR on a beautiful day for 30 minutes so far, you are a die-hard MzeroA fan. You are the MzeroA Nation. Anybody...
3 Mike Zulu, just trying to maintain 3,000.
Down to 3,000, 3 Mike Zulu, thanks. We'll talk about the abbreviated clearance here in just a second, or the abbreviated call sign here in just a second.
3,000 in.
You got me bugged. I got us coming down. I'm going to do it at 400 feet per minute. He's bringing us down. I always hate... I hope the forward camera's still running, because we're over... This is called the Green Swamp. Why do I only get to sense over the Everglades and the Green Swamp and the Okefenokee Swamp and swamps?
Wow, it's so right.
Every time you and I were going to Lantana so much, always over the Everglades.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to finish my thought, and then I want to talk about why he called us 3 Mike Zulu. I want to start with, again, if we've got to be 30 minutes in this video by now. If you were watching this, you were like the die-hard MzeroA fan, and I honor you, Max, and I honor you, and we do this for you all. I track all our video views, and you can kind of see the views kind of drop off the further in the video gets, and then eventually kind of just stays there. And there's just like the die-hards that just commit all the way to the end, to the good pilots always learning. They snap with us and everything, right at the end.
500 now, headed down.
It's incredible. Thank you for everything you do. You all are just so outstanding. Your comments, your participation in this, your participation on the webinars if you're a ground school member or future ground school member, MzeroAtrial.com. I'm sure you know that though already. Your participation, and I guarantee they already bought some of the new clothing. I guarantee, and by the way, we make almost no money on that. That is just a great effort to just share our mission with everything. I guarantee they're on in-flight coffee. That you are our oxygen to what we do. I can't express that enough here. Okay, back to teaching mode, and then we'll get back to grateful mode, but we're always in grateful mode. Tampa called me 3 Mike Zulu. I thought 2-3 Mike Zulu was a short enough tail number alone. I love my 4 characters. They'll be seeing some even shorter tail numbers come out in the near future as well. I'm super excited about that. Super top secret. But there's some even shorter tail numbers coming that I'm very, very proud of. It's like a short domain, like M, the number 0, letter A.com.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to like short domains and short tail numbers. I thought 2-3 Mike Zulu was short enough, but sometimes often we get abbreviated 3 Mike Zulu. Now that I have been called by this controller and this controller only, when I get switched over, I'm back to 2-3 Mike Zulu. But my interactions with this particular controller on 119.9 at Tampa, I can call myself 3 Mike Zulu. I cannot start that process because he started that process of calling me 3 Mike Zulu. It's now fair game for me to call myself 3 Mike Zulu. But I couldn't start off our conversation by going, hey, this is 3 Mike Zulu. It's got to be the full call sign. He's abbreviated it. It's fair game now. When I switch to Tampa, hopefully on 120.65, which is thinking ahead what I have planned next, I'm back to call myself 2-3 Mike Zulu, unless he or she does the same thing and calls me 3 Mike Zulu. But that's how an abbreviation of a tail number works. Fun facts.
Very interesting.
We are just learning a lot. Sometimes, again, I can have this very polished, short, to the point YouTube video, and that's kind of what we're known for. Quick and easy steep turns, quick and easy improve my landings. I'm anxious to see and hear your thoughts on what do you think of this longer format. It's as if you were, I mean, no offense to you, I'd love to fly with you, but this is like Magda's seat, like, you know, she's taking over. So it's like you were sitting in the back seat, just kind of listening to everything and learning everything else. Not that I don't want you in the left seat, you know, I've just got to be smart with the vernacular that I use, right?
We're Street 58, Tampa approach.
So.
Good morning, sir. It says no.
Hopefully you like the long format, that's my point.
About 10 northeast of Brooksville. Going to be northeastbound towards Flagler County, FIN. Just looking for advisories and possible flight following.
That is FIS, Foxtrot, India, Sierra.
Foxtrot, India, November.
I got to throw some juice in the old straps.
With you at 4,000, direct to Ocala.
The power of USB in the plane, I love it.
In about a half a mile, so go ahead and call Jacksonville approach 118.6. Have a good day.
Yeah, 118.6. You as well, sir. Thank you.
What's this calling?
Are they going to send us to
with you at 4,000, direct to Ocala.
I am very curious. We're going to find out real quick, so I'm just making sure I always check. So I went to the Stratus status. I would always make sure I'm charging. I've made the mistake of being plugged in, because it's not like your phone where it goes, I'm charging. It shows it here too. But sometimes the lights are so bright it's hard to see. So you can see all that.
Yep.
Anyways,
X-ray, resume navigation.
Magda asked a good question. Am I going to Lakeland or not?
100.65.
I got a few options. I can hit Varzi and see what happens. I can be proactive and just ask for direct Winter Haven. What is your vote? MzeroA Nation? Remember those choose your own adventure book? Did they have those in Mallorca?
I think so.
Like you're reading the book and it says, if you turn left, go to page 20. If you turn right, go to page 30.
Yes.
Did they ever have those? Yeah, so we had those too. Choose your own adventure, MzeroA Nation. I mean, that's not going to really work because I can't do both. Who votes? We be a little persistent, a little proactive, a little. You'd appreciate this. Magda's the persistent one. She's the one that doesn't take no for an answer. So let's ask for direct Winter Haven. Who votes? Let's just sit back. They assigned us this. Let's just let the autopilot work and let's chill. Right? There's just two schools.
I can go for that.
Neither school of thought is wrong, but I'm going to show, because the sit back and chill, that's the easy route. Let's politely ask and see what happens, right? Tampa, 3 Mike Zulu, any chance of direct Winter Haven?
Request, let me coordinate with Orlando.
Thanks. Let me coordinate with Orlando, he said. He didn't say no. Didn't say no. You know what? You don't know until you ask.
Right?
And it's interesting, so let's look at this from an airspace standpoint, right?
3 Mike Zulu, proceed direct Winter Haven.
Direct Winter Haven, thank you to 3 Mike Zulu. Look at that, standby 1 team, direct Winter Haven, enter.
November 632,
team,
contact approach.
we're going direct Winter Haven. We just saved
1965, 642.
Okay, right now it says 26 minutes continuing that way. Let's do this. Let's go Winter Haven. Let's show it. And let's go direct to.
Roger traffic, 12 o'clock.
We just saved 10 minutes. We're from 26 to 16. You guys see that?
The power of asking the right questions.
The power of just asking the right question is right. By the way, we're level at 3,000. I leveled us off when we're doing all that. You don't know until you ask, right? It's like when Max and I were dating. I wrote her a note. Do you like me? Circle yes or no. Like we're in middle school.
Or maybe.
Or maybe. She circle maybe. Right, you don't know till you ask, MzeroA Nation. It's always worth asking.
Navigation, contact approach on 119.
So we are proceeding direct Winter Haven. I want to show you what I did. I don't know how well this camera is picking it up, but I've got my entire, I'm in FMS mode on the Avidyne here. I've got everything pulled up. All I did was tap Winter Haven, hit direct, enter, and that cut out Varzi, it cut out Lakeland. On 4-flight, it's a little tough to see it now, but I hit the flight plan mode, clicked on Winter Haven popped up, and I had a direct 2 option there as well, which just did the exact same thing. That sends it to the Dynon, everything else. So it's all good to go. And this all intercommunicates too. I could have just done everything on the iPad, sent it to there. I could have been really fancy. The one thing I love about Avidyne, I have the keyboard. I could have done it all from the keyboard. I am a man of many ways to do the same thing. Redundancies on redundancies. You know, one thing I love about this keyboard, and this isn't a sales pitch by any means, and thank God it's not turbulent. It may be on the way home. When it's bumpy and we're trying to work with this thing, it's so nice to just grab the keyboard and type in and do what I need to do.
Yes.
I mean, we have been in days like that. Where it's been days where I'm like, I need 2 hands to fly this plane. Could you type this in for me? And I just talk her through it. Again, that's what we talk about, getting our co-pilots involved, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, let's start thinking here. We're 14 miles out. We're at 3,000 feet. I'm fine with all of that. Sweetie, it's about time to start looking for Winter Haven. So let's go. I like to go back to my sectional chart. Let me show you what we're going to look for. Winter Haven is surrounded by lakes and is on a lake, as a matter of fact. So we're going to look. We've got a big old road coming across, and so you see how the roads kind of make a V around Winter Haven, and it's just a million lakes. So we're going from this. We're going from no lakes to a million lakes. Let's start with that, and then we can work on finding the road split and everything else. None of these lakes have an odd enough shape. These 2 are kind of roundish in a way. We can start with that, but I mean, I can see nothing, and a bunch of lakes, but I can't make out shapes of any lakes or anything just yet. The visibility is not quite there. And this brings up an interesting point. Let's listen to the visibility here.
Altimeter 3025. Remarks. Density altitude 1,300. Winter Haven's Gilbert Airport, Winter Haven, Florida. Automated weather observation 1321 Zulu. Wind 090 at 09er. Visibility 10.
That's exactly what I want to hear. Visibility 10. Let me tell you something. Yes, the visibility is greater than 10, but not by much right now. I would argue, remember that the limits of a METAR only goes up to 10. The limits of a TAF, a terminal aerodrome forecast, the FAA definition of an aerodrome is 5 statute miles, so it just forecasts greater than 6, essentially. It's like 5 point something miles. So it just says greater than 6. We so often hear visibility 10 on a METAR and go, that's a gorgeous day. Let me tell you something. I would argue the visibility might be like 15 or 16 today. It's not super. So to give you perspective, I'm 12 miles out, and I am just now starting to see the lakes, Magda.
Yep.
Which, to give you some measurement of that, I can see about the second row of lakes. So I can see about to here, about 13 miles. So our guess was pretty right. Visibility is about 13 miles right now. The METAR, the AWOS, says 10 miles, and you think that's awesome. But 13 is still not that great. In fact, what's the first thing you say when you take off? What's all this haze?
Oh, yeah.
You don't expect it. On the ground, it looks pretty. You look up at the sky, it's blue. You hear the METAR, it says 10. You get up here, and it's 13 miles, roughly. It's just not excellent. And if you are a 20-hour student pilot on your first solo cross country, that's a little unnerving to see.
Oh, yeah.
A little unnerving to see. One strategy I always try to follow on solo cross country day is, let's say we're going to Winter Haven. We do the flight duel. Jason and Magda, my learner, my student, fly to Winter Haven, so she gets to see the entire flight, see our visual checkpoints, get into Winter Haven, see the visibility, come back. Sometimes, depending on how you feel, not even shut the plane down. I just hop out, endorse your logbook, and let you go. Sometimes shut down, cool down, use the bathroom, grab a snack, that kind of stuff, and then they'll let you go do it on your own. You know the winds, you know the runways, you know all that stuff already. I try to do solo cross countries back-to-back same day, if able, just because of things like this, right?
That's very nice.
I did that so funny story, I did that many years ago with Matt. His solo cross country, we go to Cross City from Ocala, because it's 51 nautical miles. It's the perfect textbook FAA cross country. And we went there, and there were crop dusters. And these crop dusters were taking off the opposite runway, landing with tailwinds, all just, their job is to get down, fuel up, and get their product and keep going. And Matt went there, and sure enough, the crop dusters were still going. And I remember he goes, Jason, I was so thankful. I went there, and we knew the crop dusters were there. We got to negotiate around the pattern with them and their craziness. They weren't doing anything illegal. They were just trying to be profitable and efficient. He goes, I'm so thankful I didn't go up there and experience that for the first time by myself. Yeah. It was so great to go experience that with you, come back, the situation was the same, I knew what to do.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool with that. Anyways, it's time for a sterile cockpit team. We are coming up on everything here. I'm 9 minutes out, 14 miles out. And we're looking good. I will cancel probably around 10 miles just because of the way visibility is.
Yeah.
So, looking a little further, Magda, let's work on this together. Now, something else to remember, Magda. Look at our wind. The wind is from the left. So we are crabbing into the wind. I would argue Winter Haven's actually more over there. That is the direction. In fact, you can see this is our track. See that little circle there? That's actually where we're tracking. Look how far off it is from where our nose is pointing. That's 30 degrees of compass heading, I had to guess.
Yes.
Maybe not quite. Yeah, about 30 degrees. You can see our track there with the pink line. So it's so easy to go, where's Winter Haven? Winter Haven's over here somewhere.
Yeah.
Because that's where we're actually tracking. All right? So I see the 2 round lakes now. In fact, I see, well, maybe not, stand by. I do see the 2 round lakes. I see this long lake here, I believe, is this lake.
I agree, yeah.
That feeds, do you see how it just barely feeds to that round lake? And then there's another round lake south of it. right?
Yes.
And then there should be an even littler lake, and there it is. Now remember this, team. Everything I see on the chart, I will see on the ground. But everything I see on the ground, I may not see on the chart. For example, Magda might go, oh, I see these little lakes here. And we go and go, actually they are on the chart, but they're just little retention ponds for this neighborhood.
Yeah.
They may not necessarily be there. So you got to be ready for that. Everything you see on the ground may not be on the chart, but everything you see on the chart will be on the ground, with the exception of perennial lakes and that kind of stuff, because they're perennial. All right. So, Magda, that being said, there...
Mike Zulu, change my frequency 120.65.
Watch this. 2 Mike Zulu's up with you on 12065.
November 23 Mike Zulu, change my frequency 120.65.
And 23 Mike Zulu's with you, 120.65. That's not going to work. And approach, we flopped over, but you weren't there on 2065. I'm going to try it one more time. Approach 23 Mike Zulu's on 12065.
23 Mike Zulu, how do you hear me?
Got you loud and clear on 12065.
Thank you.
Well, I was trying to show you something really cool, but it didn't work out as well as I thought. I had 12065 tuned up, so I just flip-flopped for that instantly and called him to say I was on 12065. He may not have turned up his mic or flipped over, but normally that works quite well. Okay. Let's get Winter Haven ready next. 12305.
So interesting point here, that was the same controller working 2 different
multiple frequencies. It's just slow. So what he asked was change to my frequency, he said, change to my frequency 12065. That's why I didn't read back on 119 point whatever.
22 Golf Hotel Tampa first.
12065. I had 12065 because we were thinking ahead. I just flipped, and that's one of the first times it's ever failed on me. I just flipped over to 12065, said we're up on 12065. He may have just got assigned that frequency and had the volume down on that or whatever, because you see, took a little back and forth, and then he was there, and now he's there too.
Maintain VFR at 3,500.
Okay, Magda, we're 9 miles out. I'm looking at this weird shaped lake here. Fat to skinny. Fat to skinny than Winter Haven. I got Winter Haven in sight.
November 96 Tango Golf, Tampa, approach, are you on?
All right, so long lake, circle, circle.
Yes.
Do you see this, the lake that's kind of like a triangle? It starts fat and then goes skinny, just like, look at the sectional chart. Fat and then goes skinny.
Wow, you are so good at this.
And then there's another lake on the other side of Winter Haven, and Winter Haven's right in between. A little green in between.
Inside.
All right, I'm going to let him know.
November 96 Tango Golf, Tampa.
96 Tango Golf, leveling at 2,000.
November 6 Tango Golf, climb and maintain 3,000 ident.
3,000 ident, 96 Tango Golf.
Tampa Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu has Winter Haven in sight. We'll cancel IFR with you this time.
023. 6 Tango Golf, your radar contact over Winter Haven, Tampa altimeter 3023.
Set 23 and then
23, 96 Tango Golf, thank you.
Alright, 3 Mike Zulu to center maintain 2,000 Winter Haven, 12 o'clock, test 6 miles.
2,000, we have Winter Haven in sight. We'll cancel IFR with you at this time.
Alright, 3 Mike Zulu, IFR cancellation received, squawk VFR for exchange approved. Have a good day.
Have a good one, we'll see you. I squawked VFR, we're at 1200.
To Golf Hotel.
Over the frequency change, I think we just stepped on each other there a second ago. I'm going autopilot off, hand finder.
2008.
Yep.
Downwind runway 10, for that.
All right, let me just confirm here. We're going to use 11. 11's going to be right there. We're going to overfly the field for a left downwind 11. All right, I'm on 12305. And we are 6 miles out. Winter Haven traffic, Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu's 6 miles to the northwest. We're going to overfly the field for a left downwind 11. It'll be a full stop at Winter Haven. All right, we're looking good, and we'll just be listening now. So I canceled my IFR ahead of time, like we said. We're squawking 1200. I still got Tampa in standby if I ever needed it. Bring some carb heat on now since we're descending so much. We're just out at the cusp of the green arc.
Plant City traffic, Cessna 4650 Delta, left downwind for runway 10, Plant City.
I could barely hear him. All I heard was runway 10. Makes it feel better because we're landing 11. There is no 10 there, so.
Yeah.
And the other radio call was Plant City. This is why I always start and end with where I'm at. Winter Haven traffic and end with just Winter Haven.
7 on traffic, 734 Bravo Whiskey's on the left base for 14 simulated engine failure landing.
Now, many of you are probably looking at this going, why are you entering, couldn't you just enter a left base for 11? Yeah, I could.
We have traffic.
I could, but it's not the right thing to do here. I'm going to get right over top of my field and kind of circle back around for my left downwind.
Winter Haven traffic about 4.5 miles to the west at 2,500 doing survey work. And we'll be just about 1.5 miles north to west, turning back to the west, Winter Haven traffic.
Winter Haven traffic, Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu is 4 miles to the northwest, 2,200 feet. We're going to overfly the field and circle back for a left downwind, 11 at Winter Haven. I'm going to come nice and high.
Winter Haven traffic, Skyhawk 64 Charlie Alpha has got that traffic in sight. I'll be heading eastbound for another 2.5 miles, Winter Haven traffic.
All right, he's good. All right, so yeah, many of you are wondering, why on earth, Jason?
Sebastian traffic, Plant City traffic.
I mean, I really had two options.
Final for runway 10.
This is what happens when people step on each other. I had two options with my runway 11 that I'd like to use.
Traffic 734 Bravo.
Well, I got somebody
going around, departing to the south, down to the north.
I got somebody going off of 5 right now. Well, 1 second.
Winter Haven, Gilbert Airport, Winter Haven, Florida. Estimated weather observation 1332 Zulu. Wind 090.
090. We're going to 1.
Mike Zulu, is that Jason Shepard?
It is, my friend. How are you?
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Hey, Winter Haven traffic, Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu is 2 miles to the northwest. We're going to overfly the field, circle back for a left downwind 11, Winter Haven.
Plant City traffic.
Another reason I'm overflying, I want to look at the windsock.
Fastest traffic, Cardinal 16.
Call me a little bit weird,
now for runway
but
10.
I like to look at the windsock. So, in fact, if you'll watch for me, somebody just left 5, and he says out to the northwest.
Inside, above the lake?
Inside as well. Keep an eye on him for me. I got a seaplane taxi in.
Yes.
And then I need a before landing checklist, please, so you'll watch me here. Fuel cycle valve both, mixture's going rich, carb heat's on. Primers in locked, everything's set, ending with our seatbelts back on us, so we're good to go.
Yep.
And tapping our traffic, just Aviation 02 Foxtrot on a right crosswind.
A little bit this way.
And Cardinal 16 Hotel now, for 10. I'll do the best I can to avoid you.
Winter Haven traffic, Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu, right over top of the field, 2,000 feet, going to circle back for a left downwind, 11, Winter Haven. So why overfly the field again? I know we got real busy real quick here.
I know that voice.
I want to look at the windsock. And everybody just wants to say hi. Magda, did you see the windsock?
Altitude.
I sure don't.
Winter traffic, 79 Whiskey is departing to the north.
Sure is. It's kind of in between. I don't blame the guy for using 5. It's funny, the ATIS says one thing. The windsock, a little more in between.
Do you see it?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. And Winter Haven traffic, Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu, right over top the field. Circling back to enter a left downwind runway 11, Winter Haven. Woo! First little notch of turbulence. What happens when you get over these lakes and everything else.
Yes.
All right, we'll fly this direction just a second. And Winter Haven traffic, Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu is turning left downwind, runway 11, Winter Haven. And just like that, team, we're in the traffic pattern.
Plant City traffic, Cessna
Could I have just hopped right in?
Left downwind, report
to 11, a left base or anything?
Plant City.
Yeah, I guess. Is that politically correct? Is that the right word to use? No, not really. All right, carb heat, power back, 10 degrees flaps. We just want to do things right. The AIM recommends 2 options, a 45 to downwind or overfly the field and come back. That's the only 2 options it gives us. The AIM's not regulatory. And Winter Haven traffic, Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu's turn left base, runway 11. We'll be a full stop at Winter Haven.
Popka traffic, Cherokee 905-315. We're about 6 miles to the west inbound for 33 in Popka.
Realize how industrial Winter Haven is. It's been a while since I've been here. Last time I was just, I got a seaplane landing on the lake. Just make sure he doesn't do a splash and go.
7 on traffic,
Here comes 20 degrees of flaps, wings level. He's a little tight to do a splash and go. He looks like a full stop. Landed a little too far. All right, finals clear.
$500.
Winter Haven traffic, Sky 23 Mike Zulu's turning final, runway 11, Winter Haven.
Plant City traffic, Cessna 4500 uniform, left downwind 10, Plant City.
10 is Plant City. Next and final notch of flaps. Airspeed's great, right? 70.
Traffic, Cherokee 905-315 is on the 45 for the left downwind 33 Popka.
Yeah, wait, I got a good little crosser from the left. Maybe that guy on runway 5 wasn't so wrong.
Yes.
Bird. All right, we're good. Stall warning horn. And putting her down. And first things first, Florida, air conditioning, active, air conditioning checklist complete. Car beat's coming off. Maybe my flaps up. And Winter Haven traffic, Sky 23 Mike Zulu's taxi and clear 11 at Foxtrot to the FBO, Winter Haven.
Winter Haven traffic, Terminal 5 Bravo, Whiskey taking runway 11 for departure southbound.
Flaps are up, car beat's off, mixture's leaned.
It got busy so quick.
That is a pilot-controlled airport for you.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing so good with sterile cockpit and helping me out with the traffic.
I want to point out, I was very impressed how you saw that aircraft taking off.
You know, the funny part is I didn't hear him, and I could have stepped on him, or maybe I flipped the frequency right as he was saying that. I saw him, but I never really heard him. And again, there's so many people stepping on each other and so much happening. It's possible I could have missed it. But yeah, I was just staring at the airport going, he's taking off 5.
Yeah, I'm excited to go back and watch this video to see if that guy made a call.
Made a call or not, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I see world famous Jamie Beckett.
There he is.
Good looking guy.
Talking about somebody, a humble master.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. No doubt about that, huh?
Yeah.
Look at that. It doubles as a line guy.
Wow.
So, Missouri Nation, as I park, what you think? A full flight. This is gonna be like a movie.
Yes.
But it's gonna be great. MzeroA Nation, you are a blessing to Magda and I and everything we do and our mission here at MzeroA.com. Please go out and be a light in an otherwise dark place. Have a blessed, amazing, outstanding rest of your day, and most importantly, remember, a good pilot is always learning. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see ya.